gonna eat more food.
Come get y'all snacks.
Yay! In case you didn't know, we are doing an unboxing of Universal Yums. Universal Yums is a monthly subscription box. There are several levels of subscription depending on the size of your family and your budget. I will leave a link down below where you can get more information. And I think I can get you $5 off of your first box. And that also helps us get money towards future boxes as well. So thank you in advance for helping support the channel's content. All right, enough talking. Let's eat.
I wonder what it's gonna be from.
I know. Last time we tried guessing though, and that didn't work very well. So.
Well, we weren't guessing. I was just saying that I want somewhere from Asia. 'Cause
Yeah.
we haven't had anywhere.
Yeah.
Asia.
Well,
Except for, I think we did Thailand.
Thailand was our
once.
first box. Yeah.
Our
I'm
first
feeling Europe for this one. Or maybe
It's
South
always
America.
Europe.
Turkey.
Turkey.
Interesting.
Where is Turkey
The
geographically?
Middle East.
No brain cells today.
Around there.
Google.
I don't
Near
have
the
my
Mediterranean Sea
Pass
and
me
the
my
Black
phone,
Sea. There's
please.
Russia.
phone. So, oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I know where Russia is.
And Bulgaria is on the other side, apparently. Yeah, and it's near Iraq and Syria. So, Middle East-ish.
Yeah. And it has Istanbul, which used to be.
I had yum kebabs
Hey,
in
it's a
Turkey.
kebab.
I had yum kebabs in Turkey.
Wait,
That's a cute
what's
little
that on the
sticker.
top?
A
Okay.
candy. I know. I thought at first it was a bird.
Yeah.
Just a whole bird.
Yeah, and I was distressed.
These are Baharat spice cracker chips. That seems like a correct pronunciation. Anyways, seasoned with Turkey's famous spice blend. Do you love plain, boring snacks? If so, well, you're going to seriously hate these cracker chips, and the rest of this box for that matter. Every cranny of these ridged rounds is packed with Baharat, a blend of spices that's insanely popular all across the Middle East and especially Turkey. In fact, you'll hear locals describe spicy hot food by saying, I don't speak Turkish.
Baharatli?
Sure. Which means seasoned with spices.
Wait, I want to try and pull up Google Translate.
Baharatlı, which means seasoned with spices. Like many traditional spices with multicultural roots, Baharat ingredients differ from place to place. Turkish Baharat usually contains some mix of onion powder, parsley, garlic, thyme, and paprika. It's mixed into condiments, incorporated into hundreds of meat and veggie recipes, and served atop tables as a way to take any dish from meh to in seconds. And of course, it's also used on snacks. Our favorite? These much-loved cracker chip hybrids. Take a bite and you'll see why they're so beloved, and successfully kick this anything but boring Turkish adventure into high gear.
They just smell kind of herbaceous. Herby.
For some reason, they taste like something from a nature box. Those snack boxes that we used to get.
I'm looking at some other things in the box. They also seem like Nature Box snacks that we have had before.
Yeah, they
They're good.
They kind of have sort of almost like a tomato sauce taste to them. Like, it's not a super intense flavoring. It's definitely there. Like, you can taste the flavors.
It's not spicy
But-
or overwhelming.
Yeah, it's not like super coated in the spice. And yeah, it tastes like there's a lot of spices, but it's not spicy. Those are nice. We're off to a good start. What's next?
Vanilla tahini halva. Turkey's crumbly sesame sugar tradition. I feel like we've had something that's halva.
We
In a
have.
different box. Okay. In Turkey, it doesn't get more iconic than halva. The extraordinary crumbly ground sesame confection locals have been loving since the 11th century. A famous enthusiast was Suleiman the Magnificent, the Ottoman Empire's longest reigning sultan. He built a special kitchen next to his palace called the Helvahane, House of Halva, where at least 30 versions of halva were produced, including the tahini version in your box. It turned out not to only be the sultan's favorite, but the favorite of the entire empire. And maybe it'll be your favorite in the box.
I don't usually like things with sesame.
We'll give it a whirl.
Isn't
I'll-
tahini what you put in hummus
Yes.
to make it into hummus?
Yes. I mean, you can, it's one of those ingredients that you can
Oh.
skip because it doesn't have a super pronounced flavor. It's sort of like if I placed them side by side, you would notice that it wasn't there.
It looks like tofu.
It looks a little weird. I'm gonna be honest. I'll take a picture.
It's not like as squishy as I thought it would.
And it sort of left a
Film.
film on the.
I'm gonna skip this one.
Charlotte's like, no, I'm out. Oh, So the knife went through it really easily, and it's not like it's coated in anything.
Yeah, and it was like crispy sounding. Like it's not goo. For some reason, I think it looks like it would be goo.
It looks like if you took a Rice Krispie treat and put it in a
It's
blender
an acquired
and then
taste.
formed
I can
it
see
back
how people
into
would
a
like
Rice
this if they grew up with it.
Mm-hmm. So has a very slight bitterness from the tahini. It's not overly sweet to me. It's sort of like, the best I can describe it is if you ground up like Cheerios or something. Like it's sort of like the amount of sweetness as like Cheerios, like very subtly sweet.
I think the sesame is sort of what I'm having a problem with.
And it's sort of a little grainy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and just sort of like musty.
Yeah, there's like nothing about it that's like
Bad.
Yeah.
Or repulsive.
Unpleasant. It's just like,
No, I wouldn't be like, ooh, yum.
And
I
then-
want that.
yeah, and especially if you didn't grow up eating
Yeah,
it.
I'm sure if you're like, oh, I had that when I was a kid, and like you've had it all your life, I'm sure it's like
And like it left like
a puddle.
that's probably the oils out of the sesame seeds. So I mean,
Not bad, but I don't love it.
yeah,
Is how I would.
I'm glad I tried it.
He's in front of the table now.
And he's making me nervous because he's near the microphone.
Tony.
Come sit.
Good boy.
Sit. Good boy.
He says, if you say so. Cocoa cream mosaic cookies, featuring Turkish tahini, hazelnut, and cocoa. Take a bite of this cookie and you'll taste a rich, smooth cocoa filling unlike any you've ever had before. And there are a few reasons for that. Tahini, a traditional Turkish paste of ground sesame seeds, adds a touch of earthiness. And that creamy nuttiness, that's hazelnut, of which Turkey is the world's #1 producer.
Good news.
I bet this is the first of many hazelnut items. I might go ahead and just try them. It's not like hazelnut is offensive to me. It's just like,
You wish it was.
yeah, it's not quite what I'm excited to eat.
You had a little southern twang there for a second. This is not quite what I'm excited to eat.
It comes out.
That's hazelnut, of which Turkey is the world's #1 producer. The country accounts for 75% of the global supply. 75% of the global supply.
That's a lot of hazelnuts.
That's a lot of hazelnuts. Mix these two Turkish specialties into rich chocolatey goodness, and you've got one extraordinary cookie. Or 4, actually.
I'm going to take a picture because they're really cute. I'm going to cut it in half with the other knife because this one has been
Tainted.
although there's tahini in both.
I think it'll be fine.
It's fine. Y'all can go ahead. I'll just try a little of what's left on the...
You mostly just taste like the hazelnut in there.
What do you think, Shar?
Yeah, like it's not bad.
I like it.
It's not like... I'm trying to imagine if you hadn't ever eaten an Oreo before and you ate an Oreo,
Yeah, kind of.
if you'd understand why people like... Because they don't even taste like actual chocolate Oreos. Like, you'd just be like, why do people like this? These have actual cocoa in them, so that's... I can see why people like them.
Mm-hmm. They're good. I like them. They're, it just sort of tastes like hazelnut chocolate. With
Did
like
you get much tahini?
There's sort of like an aftertaste.
There's like a depth to the flavor, I would say. Not to sound like pretentious. But like, there's like something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, we got more...
Doing nuts now.
Okay.
Salted roasted chickpeas. The turkey's flavorful, guilt-free obsession. Ooh, guilt-free. I hate that phrase. Gonna be
Like
honest.
you shouldn't feel guilt for eating.
Anything ever. So.
That's
Diet
bad way
culture.
to think.
Anyways, you can't walk down a Turkish street without seeing bags of leblebi roasted chickpeas hanging off stall roofs. Roasted in a special oven to make them non-greasy, soft, and creamy, these chickpeas are absurdly popular. The only difficulty is choosing what flavor to savor. Some are hot and spicy, another type is seasoned with dried cloves, and others are slathered in sugar. But sometimes simple is best, and the salty nuttiness of these downright addictive leblebi will prove. Leblebi.
So these are literally just chickpeas and salt.
It reminds me of, how we had like those roasted peas or whatever. in our nature box.
I've made roasted chickpeas in the oven before.
Oh, that's a weird texture.
Oopsie.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a weird flavor.
When I made them, they were crunchy.
It is soft.
Yeah, which the book warned me about.
I'm not used to having chickpea on its own as its own flavor. Yeah, that threw me off.
I don't mind them.
They literally just
They
taste
taste like
like
chickpeas.
yeah, but slightly drier. They don't crunch, so if you're expecting that, you will be thrown off a bit. But
Look at him.
He would like one.
Can dogs have chickpeas?
I don't know.
Hey Google, can dogs have chickpeas?
On the website blog.healthypawspetiinsurance.com, they say, chickpeas, also known as garbanzo beans, are among the beans that are safe for dogs, as long as they are cooked plainly. I also found an answer to this question.
Hey
Why are
Google,
chickpeas bad?
stop.
Tony approved.
If nobody wants to eat the rest of those, we could use them as treats.
All right, what's up next?
Coconut and coffee snowball cake.
I should start taking a picture before I start cutting things up. Because that's the problem. The cutting board starts to get covered in debris.
Speckle with Turkey's famous coffee beans. Look into the bottom of a Turkish coffee cup and you'll see something unusual. Tons of powdered beans. Turkish coffee is specially made with unfiltered coffee beans, which are grounded to a fine powder and simmered with sugar water in a long-handled pot called a sezve.
Sounds right.
The result? A supremely thick, rich, and aromatic coffee. That's like this yum. Just as the coffee beans make Turkish coffee special, so too do real coffee flakes make this white, chocolatey coconut cake supremely rich and decadent. That was like a brain tongue twister.
I don't like coffee and I don't like coconut, but I want to try this to see if maybe they cancel each other out. Two wrongs make a right.
It didn't survive perfectly in shipping, but that's okay.
Sad.
Well, I guess I'll just do like a cross section first. It looks nice to me.
Looks like a little lady.
Yeah, reminds me of, I mean, we have this kind of treat here. Do you want, how big of a piece do you want?
I'll take this little one.
Okay, Vivi, you can take this bit and I'll
all
eat
in.
this. Yeah.
Yeah.
It reminds me of tiramisu. I don't get a ton of the coconut. Like, it's there, but it's very much in the background.
They kind of did cancel each other out. Yeah, like I'm not as offended by it as I thought I'd be.
And the coffee is, like, mild to me. Like, as far as, it's not super bitter. At least there's enough sweetness in the cake to balance it out.
It's good.
I really like that.
There was sort of like, with the bitterness, it was like not bad, and then there was like, whoa, and then it went back to like just, yeah.
I have the rest of it right now. I just eat it.
All right, let's go ahead and eat it. Yeah, I kind of wish there was, like, 2 small ones of this.
Yeah.
Because now it's over.
I mean, we can always order more of them from the Yum Shop. Have we ever talked about that on...
I don't think we have.
You can go to their website and you can buy anything from any of these boxes that you got.
Specifically like on their own.
Like, you don't have to repurchase the whole box. If you're like, ooh, I really liked that thing, you can just buy more of them. It's pretty great. You bought us, like, 10 Stroop waffles one time.
I'm going to want more of these chips. They slap.
And then I bought more of the German snacks.
This is the ant.
We set them aside. So here in North Carolina, it doesn't mean we're trashy people. It's just what happens. Every year there's a
the
period.
ant-apocalypse.
There's a period in the spring every year where the ants find some small crevice of your home and find their way in. They aren't even like sugar ants. I don't know what it is that they
They're
like.
just straight up ants. Filled with rage.
They're very, very small, and they found our Yum box that we had left on the counter, so I had to throw those things away. But we really liked those things that were kind of like Funyuns, so I bought more of those, and the ketchup chips. I bought more of those.
Ooh, some Turkish sour watermelon gummies are up next.
That could be fun.
Sissy Leica de sour watermelon gummies.
I hereby promise in future videos to take pictures of all the packages before we start, because just you'll see in the picture. I'm sorry. There's snowball debris everywhere. Anyway. Oh, I think I can frame it perfectly so you cannot see said debris.
Turkey's most mouth-puckering watermelons. Since 1967, the city of Diyarbakir.
How's it spelled?
Diyarbakir.
Diyarbakir.
Cute.
Yeah.
There, the R is sort of like a sound that we don't usually make with our American mouth.
The
We
city
tried.
of Diyarbakir has hosted Turkey's annual watermelon and culture festival. Why Diyarbakir?
We're trying.
Sorry to anyone.
We're not
from
making
Turkey.
fun of it. We're making fun of ourselves.
Our inability to speak. Well, because its watermelons are the country's biggest and juiciest. Annual attendees flock there to taste them and to check out sculptures carved out of watermelon, the watermelon weighing contest, and even the watermelon beauty contest. Call's biased, but we think this yum should win. Not only is it succulently sour, these watermelons are just so darn cute.
How sour do you think this is gonna be?
I'm betting not that sour.
Probably not at all.
You were right. It's not sour at all.
Pardon the debris in the picture. They're a little firmer than I was anticipating.
They kind of taste like real bananas to me. They kind of taste like watermelon, but they also taste like not like a candy banana, but like what a real banana in real life tastes like.
Here's a fun fact for you. The banana flavoring, the artificial banana flavoring is based off of, is from a breed of bananas that are extinct now. They were real at some point. It's like vaguely sour once you get to the actual gummy part. They're like coated in sugar.
If you're a vegetarian, do not eat these. Just FYI.
What? That sounds so threatening.
It's made with beef gelatin. There's different ways to like make things gel.
Do you know a vegetarian one?
I think they make it out of like seaweed or something.
She's so smart.
Is that what you were gonna ask me? Did you already know that?
That's another one, I think. Yeah. I just I figured you watch enough cooking shows to know, like, off the top of your head.
They were nice. They were like...
It was like a more like natural tasting watermelon than like a watermelon Jolly Rancher or Sour Patch Kids. So it's sort of, I can see why
Not that it tasted like real watermelon.
No.
But it didn't taste as, like...
artificial. And I read the that's why I was reading the packaging. It has apple juice in it. But not, because it says on the package made with real fruit juice, but it doesn't say watermelon juice. So,
Can you imagine watermelon juice?
So anyway, it has apple juice from concentrate and citric acid, but nothing in there is like actual watermelon related.
I feel like we're getting on a lot of tangents
today. Good luck editing this, Carrie.
Mastic toffees in the little bag. In the bag of goodies. Taste the rare Turkish phenomenon. Dripping off the trees in the island of Chios. Chios?
Disclaimer, from now on, we're just trying our best with the pronunciation and we're going to keep going.
Chios. Okay. Dripping off the trees on the island of Chios, you'll find something fantastic. Mastic. While locals are obsessed with the gummy sap in all of its refreshing, piney glory, they put in everything from liqueurs to foods to cosmetics. Most of the world doesn't even know it exists. That's because it's harvested almost exclusively on Chios, hence the island's nickname, Sekiz Adasi, Island of Gum. Even though the island is no longer owned by the Turks, Greece claimed it in 1912, the rare flavor remains a local staple. Take a bite and decide, how fantastic is mastic, really? I am worried about these.
Yeah, I'm worried. We've been
had those
failed by pine before.
Yeah, we had those pine nut candies the other time, and they were good.
It's not going... These are uncuttable.
I'm so excited to chew that with my teeth.
Oh my god. Oh, she spit it out immediately. She spit it out immediately.
No!
She spit it out immediately. Something...
Oh no.
Oh no.
Well, it's a very strong flavor.
I can smell it. Oh no. Oh no, oh no. Like you can smell the pine.
Yeah, it's very tree.
It smells like a pine tree.
It tastes like a pine tree.
I'm scared to actually put it in my mouth.
I don't mind it. Like, is it something I've ever tasted before? No. Do I hate it? Honestly, no.
It tastes like
It's so interesting.
pine salt. Like, not that I've eaten or drank pine salt, but you know how pine salt smells? Imagine if they made a candy out of that smell. Like it's an odd thing because it's not a flavor you would associate with making a candy. To me, it's like if I made like onion candy. If I took the flavor of onion and made it really, really sweet and chewy, you wouldn't be like offended by that necessarily, but it would be like, that's an odd thing to make into a candy.
I really don't mind it somehow. Like, is it kind of like
Congratulations, you get the recipe.
Yeah.
like, does it kind of mess with my brain? Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a flavor I would be like, that should be
Something
candy.
about it tastes like Florida, but I don't know why. I literally have no idea.
Okay, next. Something hopefully good.
Melon and lime chews.
So these things.
Wildly juicy lime meets sweet, soft melon. Turks aren't just mad about watermelons. They love all kinds of melons, to the point where every city has its favorite. The honeydew-like cassava melon is favored in the city that inspired its name, Cassava. Meanwhile, Alakatia, loves the bespeckled Alakati melon. And, oh god,
these words.
They're really, like, that doesn't even... Kirka...
Kyrgyzstan.
Okay.
I don't know.
Can't go without the green spotted. Say it again for me.
Kyrgyzstan.
Melons. Your ticket to Turkish Melon Mania, these mouth-watering chews with their juicy melon inside and zingy lime outside.
So this is made by the same company as the other thing. So I'm wondering how chewy these will be, or breakable or whatever.
I hope these are good.
Same. Should I even bother opening another one? Are they decent? So what
It
flavor?
kind of tastes buttery.
I'm vibing with it.
Does anyone else taste the butter? It tastes like
Vaguely.
butter. I don't mind it. It's just like interesting.
It's probably whatever the middle part is. I like those.
Mm-hmm. They're nice. They're like light,
He's right here.
sweet, easy. Tony.
We have a Tony here. Tony, I don't think that would be best for you, buddy. I don't think there's anything in it that's bad for you. I just don't think it'd be good
stuck
for you.
in him teeth. Toasted paprika corn nuts.
So these were just very light tasting and pleasant. I don't think I'm going to go buy a pack of them, but
They're nice.
they will get eaten.
Yeah. Toasted paprika corn nuts. Corn nuts tossed in spicy Turkish paprika. These corn nuts take us to the Black Sea coast, a mountainous area in northern Turkey known as corn country.
Corn country.
Why? While wheat thrives in the rest of the country, it can't grow well in the damp climate and steep, rocky coastline. So corn is king. It's eaten in every possible form, from corn soup to corn bread to a breakfast of melted cheese and cornmeal called muhlama. Oh, and these paprika tossed, perfectly toasted corn nuts, of course. What are you waiting for? When in corn country, do as the locals do.
I had to look up what corn nuts are. It's just corn.
Yeah.
It's just toasted corn.
Isn't that from like that's how someone dies in Heathers or something?
She's just annoying about it.
Oh.
She's like, Veronica, don't forget my corn nuts at the 7-Eleven.
But I thought she like died and was like corn nuts or something like
I
that.
don't know, maybe it's different in the movie.
They taste kind of like Doritos,
Yeah.
but a little spicier.
I like them a lot.
They're
Well, I
very
guess
nice.
because aren't Doritos corn chips.
Mhm.
So, yeah, they're nice.
It's like a slight zingy building heat
Yeah.
in the back of your throat.
Like, you can feel it.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Tony.
These aren't for you.
Yeah, this would not be good for you, Tone Tone. Yeah, these are nice.
Mm-hmm.
And like
'Cause
something
you like-
about the way that they've cooked them. Some corn nuts are like really, really, really crunchy. Like
Yeah, these are
they sort of
decently crunchy, but they're not too, like...
they break apart nicely when you're chewing them, and they don't. Yeah, they're less noisy in your head.
Okay. You like that,
You know when you
trail mix.
bite
Yeah.
into corn nuts and then you can hear the sounds of war?
Yeah,
Date mamul cookies.
these look like fancy fig Newtons.
Like a fig Newton, but with real dates.
There we go.
During Eid al-Fitr, the Islamic holiday marking the end of the Ramadan fast, the streets of Turkey smell like two things, butter and dates. Why? Because everyone is making ma'amul cookies. While ma'amul can be stuffed with all kinds of dried nuts and dried fruits, not dried nuts, just regular nuts and dried fruits. After all, their name means stuffed in Arabic. Dates are the go-to for Eid. These yums are so soft, buttery, and gooey, there's no tastier way to celebrate the end of the fast.
They're good. The outside is a little bit drier and like
Crunchier.
crunchier than Fig Newtons. They have like a different kind of sweetness.
Yeah.
More natural.
Mm-hmm. It's nice. I like them.
What am I gonna say? They'd be good with a cup of tea. That's what I always say.
I always say that.
We all always say that.
We like tea.
What's that
Ice
next?
cream gummies.
What kind of tea? Give us a pairing.
I think they'd be good with
This is just
Earl
nice.
Earl Grey.
Just a nice black cup.
I think maybe chai tea.
Just a cuppa.
Any tea, literally.
Any tea.
Okay, these are so cute. I'm excited. I hope they taste as good as they look, because they look really cute.
Blueberry, strawberry, and vanilla creaminess. In summertime, locals don't just buy ice cream; they duel for it. The entertaining ice cream tradition involves customers trying to take dondurma, mastic ice cream, while vendors pull it away with slick sleight of hand. The ice cream doesn't fall over. The sticky mastic keeps it stuck to the cone. Lucky for you, we'll just give you these strawberry, blueberry, and vanilla ice cream gummies, complete with caramel cones. No dueling required. When it comes to any hungry onlookers, though, you're on your own. I got worried
I'm
for a second
worried.
that these were going to taste like mastic, but they are not. Mastic flavored.
What kind do you want? Vanilla, strawberry, or blueberry? What kind do you want?
Any.
Very strong flavoring.
For some reason, these taste like Disney to me. I don't know why. I don't think they're tasting like places today. But they are.
They do taste like real ice cream.
They're softer, like they're more the texture of like a gummy snack. Like they're softer.
Yeah.
You can definitely taste the caramel cone part. Like they put some caramel flavoring type thing in there.
They're nice.
Yeah.
I like them.
They're good.
They're cute. They're cute. They're tasty. They're fun.
What more can you ask for?
Honey mustard and onion rice cakes. Whole grains and finger-licking honey mustard. Here's an extra sticky fun fact. Okay.
Okay.
Every-
Interesting wording.
Every fall, Turkey produces the second most honey of any country on the planet. And yet barely any is exported. Why? Because domestic demand is sky high. We can't really blame Turks for keeping it. Not only do they have some truly amazing varieties. Their Centauri honey, harvested from a cave, costs over $10,000 for 2 pounds. But they also know how to put it to delicious use. These rice cakes, coated in sweet and spicy honey mustard seasoning, will show you what all the buzz is about.
Haha, buzz.
Buzz, like bees, they make honey. You gonna take one?
Looking
she's
at
just
them.
gonna
They
look
look
at it.
interesting.
They definitely smell mustardy.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go.
I like these. Rice cakes always taste like baby food to me though. But the mustard part is good.
So the mustard part is a little bit bitter, and it's like a powdered mustard kind of situation where it's sort of like, it's not like wasabi as spicy as wasabi, but the way you can sort of feel wasabi inside your nasal passages. I don't know how to.
Yeah, I'm
I
getting
didn't get any of that. I just got nice.
I'm getting a little bit. It's hard for me because I ate another corn kernel thing before this, so it's like not very spicy at all for me. It took me a minute to like get any flavor too.
I'm just getting sweet honey mustard. So
There's just something about it that's a little bit bitter. I don't know if it's the.
maybe that's the rice cake.
I think it might be the rice cake itself. Corn and rice cake. They're nice though. I like those.
Last item, guys.
Yay. Not yay that it's over, but
Yeah. Orange and cocoa cookies.
Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened.
Topped with citrus and cocoa sprinkles.
Oh, I love this funky little man on it. He's fun. He looks like a friend.
January and February are exciting months if you're a farmer on Turkey's Mediterranean coast. That's because all the way from Izmir to Hatay,
we're trying.
we're trying. It's time to collect the citrus harvest. Nearly 80% of the country's citrus fruits are grown on the Mediterranean coastline, with its mild, moist winter that's perfect for oranges, lemons, and mandarins. So basically, each bite of these cocoa-sprinkled, orange-filled tartlets is like tasting Mediterranean sunshine. Close your eyes and take a bite. Feeling warm yet?
That's kind of, that feels threatening to me. Feeling warm yet?
They're so cute. I have to take a little picture. I'm gonna have to go.
covered in-
Here's what I need to do. Robin, don't send me any. I'm gonna go on Amazon and just buy a second one, and we'll have one down here for cutting and one for display purposes. There we go. Those look nice.
And they've got like, you can see a layer of like orange jelly, and then like the sprinkles on top, and the crust on the bottom.
I feel hopeful about these.
Cute, fun, tasty.
They kind of remind me of the lemon Girl Scout cookies, but like better.
I don't get
I
a lot of flavor of orange or cocoa.
I wish there was less crust. I think
got-
you mostly taste the crust.
I got
definitely
plenty of
got.
orange and
I
cocoa.
definitely got orange. Can I have this?
Mhm.
I definitely got the orange and the chocolate, but I wish that there was less crust because you
They're
really
very
did
good.
taste good too.
I like the crust though.
All right, our takeaways. What was your top 2, bottom 2?
Bottom 2 were the halva and the mastic toffee.
Same. Same?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can I do top 3?
sure.
These cookies that we just had, and the chips and the corn nuts.
I liked the corn nuts and the snowball.
I liked the snowball. I liked the chips.
The chips were good too.
I liked.
This taffy thing was pretty good too.
What were these? I forgot what these were.
The rice
Oh, the rice
cakes.
cakes. It was all quite good.
Yeah, this was a good box.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Compared to last time.
and it was definitely
Anything's a good box.
it was
compared to
very
last time.
unique. Like these were definitely flavors and textures and things that we wouldn't find here. Oh, we forgot about these too that we probably didn't really love.
Oh. They were fine though.
The roasted.
I wouldn't have put them
plain
in my bottom.
chickpeas.
My bottom
So.
3.
And they were all pretty like strong flavors.
And the MVP of the video is Tony, who came in and settled right down.
Stayed calm.
He's a
Good boy.
Yeah. So, thanks so much for watching. If you would like to get your own Yum Box or order any of these items, I'll leave a link down below that you can use to find your way to their website. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.